Let's see. Okay. There we are. We're recording and we're arguing over whether we have a good angle or not on the thing. Hi. All right. So, I'm Kama Maccioli.
And I'm Frank Maccioli. We're the Macciolis.
We're the Macciolis. I was born in Olympia, Washington, raised in Bakersfield, California.
And I was born in Indiana, Pennsylvania, but I grew up in a small town called Blairsville, which is about 40 miles from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I feel like a bad wife because I kind of didn't realize you were born in Indiana.
No, Indiana, PA.
Well, Indiana, PA, I know, but I didn't realize you weren't born in Blairsville.
Well, that's where the hospital was. So, I mean,
okay.
That's, I think the birth certificate says Indiana Hospital, so technically I was born there, but that's where I came out. Okay.
Okay. So, how did we meet?
I first saw Kama at a jazz concert. She was singing vocals for the Bakersfield Jazz Workshop Orchestra. They were the opening act for a Tom Scott concert that I went to see, and that was the first time I ever saw her. Yeah. Then about 6 months later, I went to another jazz concert, a Latin jazz concert that the same organization had, and Kama was volunteering for that organization at the time, and she was helping to seat people in the theater, and that's when I first actually met her.
That's when we first met, and what he didn't tell you is that you weren't going to go to that concert.
Yeah. I was married once before. My first wife passed away from a serious disease called lupus, and the second concert that I mentioned, the band was a Latin jazz band from Ventura, California, where I used to live, and that band had played at my first wedding, at our reception.
And that's where we...
And when I found out they were giving this concert here in Bakersfield, I was debating with myself whether to go see it because I wasn't sure, what sort of memories that might bring up to me. As fate turned out, I decided to go, and that's how I met Kama. So, one could even say perhaps it was fate that, maybe my past wife
maybe
maneuvering in the background from heaven above to sort of bring us together.
So you could say music actually really brought us together because our first pre-date was a Tower of Power concert. Is that right? Pre-date before the actual date.
Yeah, I guess there was a...
Oh yeah, that movie too, Burn After Reading.
Yeah, we went... Did we go there before the jazz concert?
I think we went to see Burn After Read. No, we went to Tower of Power. Then we saw Burn After Reading. And then we were boyfriend and girlfriend like 2 days later.
Okay.
So music has always been a really important part of our life. And his parents were jazz musicians.
Yeah. And I ended up working with this, volunteering with this jazz organization in town that she was the singer for. I was
making sure it's still working.
I was their secretary and one of the board members, and I volunteered for them for 4 or 5 years before I resigned. But yeah, we met through music, and we've our relationship has been interspersed with music ever since. Sure. More so on her part, because she's the singer in the family. I used to play drums when I was a kid, but I don't do anything now.
He made real money being an environmental engineer.
Yeah, I was the only one in my family that made any money because they're all struggling musicians.
All right. So we got cut off because my phone needs a little help. So I think, where did we leave off? I forgot.
I don't remember.
We're old. We don't remember anything anymore. So yeah, his parents were jazz musicians, so he always kind of got my world, and music's really been really integral in our relationship. And when I asked you an interesting question, like the directions in the little email I just received, they wanted us to tell the audience what song defines our relationship, and he says...
I really can't think of a particular song that defines our relationship. I can think of some songs that have come up in our relationship that have had a certain result or an impact of some sort, but nothing that can define it. When I first met Kama, she was basically a jazz singer, and before she recorded her first CD, I think we were driving in the car going to the county fair looking for a place to park, and an old song from the 70s came on the radio.
Was that Come Down Off Your Throne?
Yeah.
The Blind Faith.
It was a Blind Faith song. What was the name of it?
Can't Find My Way Home.
Can't Find My Way Home, and it was playing, and Kama said something. Gee, I should try singing that song, and I was a big Blind Faith fan back in the day, and
He's like, no, and I was like, watch me.
Yeah, so she sort of took that as a challenge, and it came out pretty good actually.
But he's always been a great. You've named most of my albums, right?
Yeah, I was. A lot of the musicians in town here used to refer to me as the band wife because, I'd show up at our gigs and what are you doing? I'd be hauling equipment and just sitting there in the audience clapping, making sure everybody clapped out the songs are over.
But if we have to answer the question, what song defines our relationship? I guess your best answer, maybe mine is too, was Our Wedding Dance, was the Dionne Warwick version.
Hi again.
So the song that we believe describes our relationship or marriage the best is the Dionne Warwick version of The Look of Love, because that was our wedding dance. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to end in 15 seconds or less.
This phone sucks. Right, have a great day.
Bye.